Well, it is Valentine's Day today. The world is full of love and talk of love, and certainly that's been on my mind all day. One form of love or the other. I certainly feel in my life a lot of love. I feel super lucky. I have a lot of people that I consider to be loved ones in my world. When I feel loved by the people who are in my life, I posted on my own personal Instagram today, and I actually posted the same thing on the Day 1 2020 Instagram, this beautiful etched heart that I got from my friend Brent. And it just says open heart on it. And I feel like that's kind of the way I have been so much lately, is just really looking at the world. I'm still cynical. I'm still kind of, salty. But I definitely feel like my heart is really open, especially the last, 6 months to a year. So I've just worked really hard on opening my heart, and just trying to feel a little bit vulnerable in a good way, but mostly just embracing the happiness that I feel when I feel it and being open to happiness that's around me. Kind of like the abundance model. I feel like there's an abundance of love in the world, not a scarcity of love. And so, as I've gone through some challenging times, I've been really focused on trying to see the love that's in my world. And so today's just been a fun day to do that. Um, I started my morning with a phone call with a friend who I haven't talked with in a long time, and that was really enjoyable. And I sent love messages to a big group of women friends of mine. That was fun to just kind of send out a little love. I had a really fancy lunch today with a couple of colleagues who are both friends. One of them is really a dear friend, has become a dear friend to me. And that just felt like love all around at that table. We were celebrating an accomplishment of one of those colleagues who had gotten their license. And so it was really fun to just celebrate and talk and enjoy each other's company. And that lasted really all afternoon. It was just a great, great afternoon of love and celebration. And then this afternoon, I picked up my children, and after they've been with their dad for the last week, so I just got to really embrace them and feel and express the love to them that I have for them, and to feel that love. It's always a nice day to kind of reunite with them on a Friday, so it's just really special. And then my daughter went out with her boyfriend, and he gave her roses, and I just love to see her feel in love and to be loved. That was really nice. And then my son and I cooked dinner together in the kitchen, and then I wanted to make something sweet with him tonight for dessert, just for our little Valentine's Day together. And he chose to make a cream cheese pound cake, so we made cream cheese pound cakes together. They're in the oven as we speak. And we're just enjoying each other's company. I just feel really grateful and loved today, and that I just have a lot of love kind of going out there in the world. So I'm happy, and I love feeling when I'm happy. I love to feel it and say it and embrace it. And so that's what I'm feeling tonight. The song that I'm going to add to my playlist is, I think, really one of the most romantic songs ever recorded. And the song is Harvest Moon. It was originally recorded by Neil Young for his legendary album Harvest. And that is, of course, the gold standard of this song. However, I love the Lord Huron version of Harvest Moon. One of the reasons I love this version is because I love Lord Huron. They're just fantastic. But they employ the use of a theremin in this version of their song. And theremin is, those are just weird instruments. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know what I mean. They make a lot of sounds that are just kind of spacey and odd. And it takes a lot of talent to use one, because they're really, really tricky. And every time I hear this version of the song and I hear all the theremin sounds in it, I'm reminded of how not terribly long ago I visited the Moog, the producer of the manufacturer of a whole legendary line of synthesizers and the manufacturer of Theremin instruments. I visited that factory in Asheville, North Carolina, with the person at the time who was my Valentine, and it was just a happy moment. Such a strange place to go, but it was so interesting, and I'll never forget visiting that really unique place. And so every time I hear a song, which is really rare, that has a theremin in it, I always think of that day with my then Valentine. And so I'm going to post the Lord Huron version of Harvest Moon tonight on my playlist because it's just super romantic, and I'm playing that version in particular because it's meaningful to me. And tonight I'm going to do the practice that I had actually demonstrated some time back, which is actually for safety in the context that I was demonstrating it. But actually for me tonight, when I meditate before I go to bed, which I do every practice that I say in here at night. So that might mean writing in my journal, or it might mean just doing soft belly. It might mean a lot of different things. But tonight before I go to bed, I'm going to do this particular one as I just breathe and kind of sit with the kind of small joy that I feel on a day like today. I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to do the exercise. I'm going to push out my computer a little bit that I demonstrated. So I don't feel a need for safety today, but I would love to just do something to kind of show myself a little love in a mind-body skill kind of way. So I'm going to cross my ankles. You can't see them. My right over my left. And I'm going to cross my hands, my right wrist over my left wrist. And I'm going to interlace my fingers. And I'm going to draw my arms up like this. And so that puts my upper arms really tightly against my chest. And of course my forearms right in front of my ribs, and my hands laced together kind of in front of my heart, or almost up to my throat chakra. And I'm just going to breathe, like I've demonstrated many times in these videos, in through my nose, out through my mouth. And I don't know that I'm even going to use a mantra. I think I'm just going to hold my arms like this and just sit and feel the love that I have kind of felt from people today, and that I've hopefully radiated to people today in my own little way. Just breathe and have that sense of calm and love for myself before I end my day tonight. But I've got some pound cakes to take out of the oven first, and some time to spend with my son. So that is the practice that I'm going to do tonight and end this special day.